Hi Libra, welcome to Sophquest. My name is Spence. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome in if you're new. Okay, this is going to be a reading for the 5th of July through the 11th. I hope you had a very happy Independence Day if you are an American and celebrated that. Now this is a really interesting week because Venus and Mars, the divine lovers, the divine feminine and the sacred masculine, are having very important conversations with outer planets. Cancer season, it's emotional. So it's, more emotional healing and emotional growth. So that's kind of where the energies are this week. And I'm going to pull for you one card from the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reid. And I'm also going to pull a 9 card from the Lily White Tarot, which is a French deck by Celia Melville. And they're all beautiful. I love these cards. There's your card, flew right out. It's a burst of magic for you, Libra, a burst of magic. Beautiful. All right, I have curated my decks, I think, very well. I tried to appeal to all different personality types and archetypes. And I also happen to use specific decks seasonally, and then I have my main decks that I use all year round. But that's kind of what I do, so in case you're interested. All right, so Libra, we are having a new moon, which is a new beginning, and it's an emotional step forward. It's when we acknowledge something emotionally in Cancer season. A new moon in Cancer is a beginning. It's an emotional beginning that opens the heart just a little bit more and raises us up a little bit with emotional growth and healing, like I just said. Okay, so yeah, that's the new moon energy also at play, helping us to do all of this. All right, there's your cards. Let's go ahead and cut the deck. All right, Libra. I'm going to name all of these cards, and then I'm going to read for you a burst of magic. All right, 9 cards. We have the Magician, the 2 of Wands, wow, the Wheel of Fortune, that's dynamic, Libra, then the Queen of Earth, the 4 of Swords, beautiful, and the Knight of Earth. Then we have the Knight of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so you are still working through a conflicting idea, and you are also putting something new into action, perchance a new job, a new project, a new relationship, something that you are definitely going to invest time and work into, and you've created something brand new, a new road for yourself here, and it's a big change. We talked about that the last few weeks. I think your new beginning is coming, or is here, all right? And there's also an incredible thing happening internally for you that I don't think you may have been prepared for, but I think that in the end, you're going to realize was incredibly healing for you. So let's just see where we go with this reading. But first, we're going to read your oracle message, a burst of magic. All right, Libra, that is number 48. A burst of magic. This is from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Here we go. Got it. Okay, a burst of magic. Libra, the key concepts. An epiphany, a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has a purpose. Your purpose as a gift bestowed upon you. Cultivating conscious contact with a higher power, coming to know what calls to you and lights you up. This is a calling, isn't it? I think you're being called to a higher purpose, which we've seen coming, but I think that it's dawning on you. I think that you realize, it can be very simple. It's funny, we always ask each other what we do for a living. But what if we didn't? What if we asked each other, what's the best thing about you that you do in life? What if it was that open wide and we could say things like, well, I just love children. I love teaching children. Or I love to sing. It makes me happy every day. Right? It could be 1,001, 1,000,001, 1,000,000,001 things. But whatever lights you up inside is usually, not only is it where your joy resides. It's also the key. It's the key to what you can incorporate more into your life so that your life is happier. And not just happier, but that you sustain a level of contentedness because you allow yourself to feel the joy of it. Every day, every week, every month, every year. So what is this burst of magic for you? You are going to have an epiphany. It's a sense that's going to be bestowed upon you. It actually comes from within you. It's just once you connect to the higher source, right? We can call it God, universe. Whatever that is, it comes to you and lights you up inside. It helps you to realize your lights are on. Your soul is awake. And you know where to go, what to do, right? Something new's happening for you, Libra, and I think it's lighting you up. And the lotus flower, underneath the water, is muck and mud and roots and tangled mess. And if you were to look at the lotus from under the water, you wouldn't think that that lotus was beautiful or special or interesting or anything. It's just all that internal hard work to push that flower above the water. But then you see it in sunlight and realize its beauty, and that we have to go through a lot of tangled mess sometimes to get to this part of ourselves, right? That's what the lotus represents. And I love that message for you. I think it's beautiful. So let's look at the 9 cards. Okay. Libra, for the week of July 5th through the 11th. On the bottom of the deck, we are looking at the Knight of Wands. The Knights in the deck are all about movement forward. How we're moving forward. And in this case, it's your soul, it's your spirit fire, it's your will, your drive, your ambition, and your desire. All the stuff that makes you want to go forward, right? This is the light, this is the spark, right? All fire is about our inner spark. That's gorgeous. Well, what are you chasing after? Happiness, emotional fulfillment, not just for yourself, that's the 9 of Cups. This is the 10 of Cups. For you, your loved ones, your family. You want happiness in your life, right? You want to share love with others. That is a desire that you have. And that's where you're moving. You're moving in life towards more happiness, fulfillment, right? With others. Because I think you've learned something new about yourself with the Page of Earth. You've learned about something you need. Maybe it's been more connection. Maybe it's just something brand new that you can grow and learn. Maybe it's a new job that's got you lit up and it's like your dream job, right? Maybe it's a new relationship. Whatever this is for you, it's something new that you're willing to invest time and effort into. And it's about this. 10 of Cups. Your cups runneth over. Because this is what you really want. Okay, so that's gorgeous. That's under the deck. So that's kind of what's been going on, right? Sort of in your house, Libra. And, you know, Libra is very much about partnership and love, ruled by Venus. Venus is active this week. On July 6th and 7th, I said that, opposition with Saturn and the square. But what can come from that sort of tension for something to change, right? It's kind of like the pressure of coal or whatever, the pressure to make the diamond. It takes that for change to happen, right, sometimes. So that's kind of what it is, but it doesn't have to be negative. It can be a crossroads or a change up in love relationships, in friendships. It can be a reality check about making sure that you're prioritizing what you value, that the important things to you are getting attended to, right? Because Saturn does that. That's Saturn. And also breakthroughs with Uranus. Absolute breakthroughs. Just amazing aha moments that really help you learn why you're moving this forward, why you're creating change, right? Okay. And it can also have to do with financial changes. Venus rules love, money, and beauty. So you could be changing up also some of things about your appearance. That's something that might be happening too. Just try to do it for the 21st, because once we hit Venus in Virgo, something like that, I think, yeah, third week of July, when we move into Leo season, I would hold off on beautifying, tattoo, anything permanent really, but even hair color or a drastic haircut, things like that, you might want to do beforehand. Okay, so bottom of the deck, yes, we've got that fiery energy moving you toward your happiness. Now, on the top line, we're going to go across first. We have the Magician. This is when you create the magic in your life. You bring forth the growth that blooms up from the water of Cancer. Cancer season is emotional. So are you emotionally available? Do you have good, strong emotional connections? These are questions to ask yourself during Cancer season. And I think you are, because you're looking at two paths. And you've chosen a path. And we see what it is that you want. You're wanting this happiness with others and connection. Because you're learning that this is what is worth your time and effort. Wow. So you're creating a new path for yourself. You already have. And now the change. The Wheel of Fortune. It is the correct time. God clock good timing is what I'm hearing, okay? I see the astrological wheel as the God clock. We all go through similar patterns with similar planetary alignments and such, but each of us being in a different house, we go through it at different times and at different rates, right? Okay? So that's kind of how the God clock works, but it's more quantum. It's not just circular. It's more like the atomic thing. It's like past, present, future, and all the possibilities all happening at once in the universe. So, well, there's a picture of it. All right? So you are creating that for yourself. And I mean, look at the bounty that you're walking toward here. So it's a fruitful and good time for you to move forward. That's what I'm seeing and hearing here. And the Magician and the Wheel, remember, these are major arcana cards, right? This means the universe is working for you right now, doing this and helping you with your will. Another Wands card about will and drive to go through a new pathway, okay? So a new path, and it looks beautiful and like you have good timing. Okay, then we have the Queen of Earth, and this is the yin energy that is nurturing, that nurtures what is being grown. So all the time and all the effort that you're putting in to make this change and go down a new path, you are willing to invest your time and energy and nurture it, right? You're in it to win it. You're going to take care of business. You're going to take care of yourself, and you're going to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of here. Because with the Four of Swords, you've thought about it. And you're at a state of, or will be, okay? I think this week there's going to be a change up with Venus, with Saturn and Uranus this week. And then that new moon in Cancer, that new feeling, the new opening of emotional, I want to say just genuineness, vulnerability, just opening yourself up a little bit more, right? So that gives you peace of mind. And it gives you vision. It gives you the vision of the truth of the situation, right? You've gone through difficult stuff. The Three of Swords was before this card. But now the Four is like you can relax, you can rest and take a little bit of a break. You're taking care of it, and it's working well. Because the Knight of Pentacles comes next. And the Knight of Earth is about what you're doing every day. What you're doing every day, growing this garden, no matter what comes your way, you're open, you're nurturing, you're loving. That's why she's nude in this picture. There's a vulnerability about that. Like the vulnerability of a mother's love for a child. It is so wholehearted, right? This is someone trying very hard to have peace of mind and bring happiness into their life and working on it. Now, because I'm looking at a couple strong pentacle cards here and that Wheel of Fortune, which can talk about financial abundance, You are creating financial abundance for yourself here with this 3, because it's 3 creating earthy cards on the table here. And you're doing it from your desire, from your heart. So on the bottom, we have the Knight of Water, and this is exactly what you need, because this is how you move forward emotionally, with vulnerability, but with emotional strength of being completely genuine. That vulnerability is a superpower. You know why? Because it shows people that we're genuine. They don't have to second guess. This is trust. This is moving forward in life with trust and being trusted. Because the 5 of Swords, because conflict has happened here, and beyond that, a conversation probably needs to happen. We have moving forward vulnerably with an open heart. So that softens the energy, but also having the mind. You're moving all with your heart and your mind equally, okay, to deal with this, the 5 of Swords. Whatever the conflict was, you realized that you needed to deal with it emotionally and mentally, psychologically, and even spiritually. Remember, this is your spirit fire, so again, you're being called. You're being called to hear from that part of yourself, to listen to that part of yourself about what you need. Do you see what you need? So, yeah, let's do the vertical now, because you are creating this. You're creating this for yourself from every good intention. You're willing to take care of it. You're willing to care for it with love. Now, this could be a person, someone with earth sign traits, okay? Someone that you count on, someone dependable, someone loving, someone nurturing, someone who takes care of things, someone who grows and is helpful in the growth of others, right? And invested in that. And I think you love this person and you want to create this nurturing love with this person. If it's not a person, then it represents you being that way toward others, okay? So then we have the 2 of Wands. This is the pathway, the gateway to your peace of mind. I think you're coming to a matter of decision that whatever this conflict is, you're taking a new path. You've healed from this conflict. You had to go back to understanding it by looking at where you really want to be and how you really want to be. Excited, you know, filled to the brim, learning, right? You want to be excited about your life and you want to be learning. So this 5 of Swords is conflict. It's mental conflict. It's when we feel like we can't communicate well and that others are not communicating with us well. So therefore there's no bridge of communication and therefore it doesn't go well, right? So rather than this, you take it back to the 4, you go back, you lay down, right? In the 4 of Swords, in the original 4 of Swords, she's laying on a bed, or he, the knight, the wounded warrior, is laying on a bed after the 3 of Swords, heartbreak, and is healing from it and is recuperating from it. So you're recuperating and getting back to mental peace of mind, right? That's a good decision that you made. You use this extra Ace of Swords to see the truth of what the conflict was so that you can eagle eye it and figure that out. That's how you're able to see, okay, I'm changing my path here, and I think you've already done this because this is in the now, in the center, okay? So then we have this Wheel of Fortune, the change, the fortunate change, a big change in your life, okay? Like a macro, big change outside in your life. New home, new job, new relationship. It's a big change, whatever it is. And it affects your day-to-day life with the Knight of Pentacles, what you do every single day. You get up, you brush your teeth, you go to work, right? That's the Knight of Pentacles is that. It's going through everything you need to go through every day, earning money, taking care of yourself, taking care of business. That's the Knight of Pentacles. Every day. And doing it in a way that is mindful. Do you see the eagle on the top of the Knight of Swords? So some days slowly, some days more quickly, as the wheel turns, as the world turns, right? That's sort of the life, the drama of life. Sometimes things are a little slow, taking care of business. Sometimes the quickening of ideas and new changes. So like, you know, Saturn, Uranus, or, you know, kind of thing. And the changes that causes, these outer planetary alignments. So that's happening with your planet, Libra. And I think it's big, and I think this is good timing because of it. So whatever, even if it feels uncomfortable this week, because it's an uncomfortable energy, oppositions and squares. But it isn't until we're just a little bit too uncomfortable that we actually make the change. So whatever this conflicting thinking is, or conversation is, whatever you don't want to say, right? Or whatever you know that when you do say it, it's gonna probably be a bit negative, right? You will have peace of mind about it because you've already made the choice. The time is coming here soon this week, or is now, and you're making the change. So it affects your day-to-day life. And then once the decision is made and you actually verbalize it, the Knight of Swords is not only making the decision, but the Knight of Swords is on a crusade. He takes his information forward. So it's somebody who communicates, and that makes change. So whatever this is that you don't want to say, the card before it, you are going to say it. And because the Knight of Cups is here, I think you're going to say it very sincerely. Your heart and your mind are open, and whatever the conversation is, you're just going to say it. Like, here's the truth. Here's just genuine me telling you the truth. Here's what it is. Because I've been called to do something new, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's something I really want to grow in my life. So, Libra, that is a gorgeous thing for you. I think the change is here. Absolutely for you, Libra. And I want to wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. Thank you very, very much for coming by. By the way, if you like the video, please thumb it up and click the subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications for your weekly readings every week. All right? Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again next week, Libra.